Hey, what's going on, family? What's up? What's up? Happy Thursday. It is Thursday, another amazing day in the week. What's going on? I hope all is well. I hope you are having a great week. As usual, I want you to come on in, come hang out with me here inside of the Business Lab. We're going to do some things today, have a really fun topic to dissect, right? We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the strategy. You know how that goes. What's going on, family? It's your chief visionary, Natasha Davis. Really excited. It's a day in the life of business. We are here every Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time just to really unpack some things. My West Coast people, I love you. You're going to have to catch this one on the replay if you're not getting up early to come hang out with me. But you know, we're on the East Coast situation. So 9 a.m. Eastern, but you know what? You can't always catch it on the replay. So guess what, guys? This is an amazing topic. I always say that, I know, but this one is really awesome. And so what do we do here? So this is a live show. It's live, right? And so this is a place where we get to dissect everything in business. We're talking about bits and pieces of business, really rooted in strategy, looking at all the components and things that maybe over time during the week, during the day, during the month, during the year, we don't pay attention to or we get stuck. So really wanting to transfer some knowledge to you so that you lift the lid off your thinking and explore the possibilities for growth and for improvement. Yes. And so we are going to be dissecting the good, the bad, and the strategy around business right here. If you drop me a message in the chat, I'll chat back with you. And don't be stingy, please, and thank you. There's enough of me to go around. Okay. You can share me. Tell somebody to come join this party live. Go and tell them you got to come in the Business Lab. We're about to talk about some things today. You can text them, you can tag them and message them in this post, at message them and point them. So come on over here because we're going to talk about some things today and we're going to have a really good time. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please take a minute, show me some love, subscribe to the YouTube channel at Impact Branding Videos. That is how you subscribe to the YouTube channel, at Impact Branding Videos, please. And thank you. I appreciate that. All right, guys. So guess what? Let's go into the Business Lab. Remember, if you drop something in the chat, in the comment section, I'll see it. I'll respond. I'll talk back to you, right? You holler, I'll holler back. Okay. All right. So listen, let's get down to business. So I am going to pull the curtain back a little bit, just a wee bit. I'm going to pull the curtain back and give you a peek into my consulting world at Impact Branding Videos. Okay. Oh, hello, Impact Branding Consulting. That was the YouTube channel. Keep up, keep up. All right, I was making sure you were awake. You were paying attention. All right, listen, if you can't hear me, let me know that you can't hear me because I think that you can. So show me some love, thumbs up in the chat so I know that you can hear me and it's all good. All right, so listen, so I'm going to pull the curtains back and I'm going to give you a peek into the consulting world at Impact Branding Consulting. And we are normalizing and simplifying strategic planning. And this is something I am absolutely passionate about. Strategy is a non-negotiable to me. It's an absolute. To me, it's like breathing. Strategy, strategic planning, it's like breathing, right? However, I do understand and I've learned to appreciate that because there is a misunderstanding of strategic planning, especially in the small business world and the small business sector, there's this belief that strategic planning means no movement. And that's completely untrue. That is the opposite of the truth, right? So strategic planning does not equate to no movement. Strategic planning is actually massive movement, right? And it actually prevents you from wasting resources and time and all this other stuff, right? So today, what I'm going to share with you is a principle or methodology that I have devised and I have been using with my clients and even within my own company. And I basically have decided to unpack the principle of compounding interest and really started to apply that to compounding return on investment, right? So my focus here, the principles that I've come up with is compounding ROI. And we're going to talk about how is that compounding ROI coming from strategic planning. Okay. And so first thing we want to look at is compounding ROI has the similar principles as compounding interest. And what is compounding interest? Compounding interest is basically the accumulation of added value, that interest on top of the original investment or the deposit, and you're getting that accumulation over time, right? It's like you're really getting rooted. It's like a tree taking root and giving you everything that you need. All right. So when we think about compounding return on investment for the purposes or from strategic planning, I want you to also keep in mind that it is synonymous and has similar principles as compounding interest. Now, let's think about this. When we talk about the area of compounding interest, if you are the borrower, okay, if you are the borrower, the compounding interest is what you are going to have to pay on top of whatever investment or deposit that you've put out there, whatever amount you have deducted or debited, right? So you're the borrower. I'm taking away, right? I'm taking. And so therefore, in order for me to get access to this thing, I am going to have to pay interest on top of it because I'm not putting anything else back in over time. I'm taking it, and over time, I'm taking so long to feed back into it that I have to pay this interest. However, if you are thinking of compounding interest from the place of the lender, the compounding interest from the place of the lender is what you're earning, right? Because you poured in and you're like, I gave, thus I shall receive, right? All right. So let's put this into context of my methodology, what I call compounding ROI. Compounding ROI from strategic planning looks like this. If you are investing time and resources and money, right, into building your business, your brand, right, getting brand equity, which is loyalty, then you are earning market share, you are earning profits, you are earning sustainability, you are earning scalability. That is if you are investing into it. However, if you are deducting, debiting, consuming the time, the resources, and the money, as opposed to investing it, then you are losing market share. You are losing profits. You are losing sustainability and scalability. So let me give you one of the areas in which I utilize my compounding ROI methodology, and I use it in the area of brand positioning. When we need to position a brand, whether it's reposition it, a new position, open a new market share, capture more of that market share, launch a new product or a new service, we apply the compounding ROI methodology. And it is a holistic approach to taking something from zero to a lot. You know, you have nothing and you turn it into something. Okay. And so when we look at the area of compounding ROI that I developed, one of the things that we also expose is the brand positioning. So what I use is my brand positioning framework, and that framework helps my clients to position their brand for long-term sustainability and profitability. So your chief visionary is not about the one-hit wonders, okay? Not about the one-hit wonder. It's not about, oh, quick fix. Your chief visionary is not about microwave anything like microwave marketing, microwave approach. Chief vision is not about that, because that microwave approach yields very short-term returns. Short returns. You don't get long-term benefits from this microwave, like let me do, like let me hurry up. And I'm going to talk to y'all about the Great Escape real quick, right? But when we think about brand positioning, the framework is designed to provide the client, that business, with long-term sustainability, predictability, right? It's really looking at, how do we achieve this? How do I capture, retain, and grow in this particular area? Because the whole principle is to achieve compounding ROI. When you invest into something, you expect to get a return on what you invested in. If you don't invest, if all you do is consume, and you deduct and you debit from it, and you never invest and pour back into it, then you can't expect a return, right? That makes no sense. So each frame of the brand positioning framework that we have they have very specific and relevant strategies and tactics in order to do what? In order to develop like this cohesive, streamlined process to establish brand positioning. Now, again, as I said in the beginning, there's this weird misconception that when we are talking about strategy, we're talking about lack of movement. And I have had this conversation with one too many small business owners who think that they don't have to, they can do strategic planning later. Let's just go, 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 go. Let's go, 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 go. And we talked about jumping into panic mode and all this stuff. And panic mode is a very unprofitable mode. It's a very dangerous zone, because panic mode, you're just like shooting from the hip, and you're like, anything, you're just throwing everything at the wall, and whatever sticks, you're like, it works. No, that's not true, right? And so strategic planning is about making very consistent but also very intentional decisions, intentional movement. It actually calms you down, clears up your vision, clears up your thinking, so that you can see exactly where you're going. So now you're very aware of what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. And so the next best shiny object can't distract you, right? The next sexy pitch won't distract you, because it's like, wait, is this in line with where we're going, right? So each of the frames of our brand positioning framework, right, is about awareness. How do we position the brand to attract awareness? I have seen businesses and business owners think that we're going to go from this market doesn't know me to all of a sudden I have complete loyalty. It's never happened. There are large Fortune 500 companies with millions of dollars that follow the brand positioning framework, because they've tried it too. They've tried it too. Let's go ahead and let's perfect the great escape. The great escape is, we're not going to work within a trusted, proven process. We're not going to work within that. We're going to keep trying to circumvent, because we're trying to get there that much faster, but we are wasting more time, more resources, more money, only to look up and realize we're in the same exact predicament, the same place. Okay. So when we look at the brand positioning framework, we're looking at capturing awareness, and then through awareness, creating the recognition that's required. Do you know what we do? Are we recognized for what we do within the right marketplace? Then, of course, now you have earned patronage or usage, right? Now you have the usage of your product or your service. They have the experience. Now, once I have experience, how do we make sure that we become the preferred to the customer, the preferred to the client? Preference, right? Then you now continue to solidify your preference, and you will now capture loyalty. Once you have achieved loyalty, you're good. Now you can breathe, but there's no breathing until you get to loyalty, right? Because you can mess up usage and preference by not taking care of the client or the customer. All right. So when we look at the framework and we root that under the compounding ROI methodology, it really makes a difference, because now you're seeing the long-term benefits of what you're doing. In the beginning, it feels all weird, because you're like, I feel like we're not moving. No, the best thing you're doing is planning. I've said this before, right? I've said this before, for every 1 minute you spend on planning, you're saving 10 minutes in execution, right? Or implementation, right? Every $1 that you spend on strategic planning, you are saving $10 on implementation. I am telling you, for people, you measure twice, you cut once, as opposed to you cut, measure, and then you like, God dog, I need a whole new piece of cloth. Right? I need a new sheet of plywood because I've been around here cutting and cutting and I cut too much. And remember, once you cut off too much, you can't put it back. It just doesn't work. Just a slight little now you need a whole new slab of something, right? So you have to measure twice and cut once. And so compounding ROI gives you that consistent future added value. It is an accumulation of added value. When you look at the compounding ROI, right, that you are investing into your strategy, into your brand positioning, not only are you capturing and retaining market share, but you're also now creating consistent growth, right? Not only are you capturing and retaining wallet share of the desired market, now you actually have loyalty attached to that wallet share. Huge difference, okay? Not only do you have these other things you capture, but through compounding ROI, you get to reduce the cost and control the expenses of marketing and advertising, because obtaining a client and entering a market doesn't cost as much. There is a whole process. I tell people all the time, there is a method to my madness. I don't really call it madness because it's not madness, it's strategy, right? So with that being said, so like I said, don't spend all this energy trying to perfect the great escape. Okay, the great escape of trying so hard to circumvent the proven aspects of things that have worked for many companies, right? Many companies. Someone wants to come up with the new best thing. The new best thing is like the great escape. If you're not applying the appropriate principles, you're not getting ability where you're compounding on your ROI. You're not getting the return on investment because you are frustrated, you're angry, and you're out of money, right? See, Rusty is frustrated and angry right now, right? You see how disrespectful he is? He's making all this noise in the middle of my show. You see how he does? Listen, this is what you get when you're live. You get a little bit of Rusty. You never know what you're going to happen. Listen, this show is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. All right. So listen, don't try to perfect the great escape. Focus on building a good, clean, streamlined framework so you can receive the benefits of compounding ROI. Yes and yes. So there you have it. When you apply compounding ROI methodology to your strategic planning and change management, because they go hand in hand, moving the company forward is going to happen with the least amount of issues, the least amount of stress, all the aggravation, and you get to receive the rewards and the benefits of it. Yes, 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 yes. All right. So that's it. I hope you have found tremendous value in this. Again, seriously focused on normalizing and simplifying strategic planning. So grab those golden nuggets and run to the bank with it. All right. So listen, if you need your chief visionary for strategy, training, or as a speaker, don't hesitate to book a power chat. I want you to go ahead and book a power chat to hang out with me, talk to me. We will just go over a couple of things, understand where you and where you need to be. Okay. And then I want you to then consider, how can you apply compounding ROI to your particular process, to your business as well, right? And like I said, Rusty's all bent out of shape right now because he's pissed off about this great escape as well. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all good. Rusty has something to say sometimes as well. All right. Listen, if you're catching this on the drop replay team in the chat so I can show you some love as well. Don't forget to subscribe and like our YouTube channel, Impact Branding Videos. And next week, I'll see you, but I need you to bring a friend so they can catch these golden nuggets as well. All right. So one love, one heart, blessings upon blessings, and I will see you next week.